This week in the Frame Shop, we completed an art package for a model home. Now, normally our clients will contact us with their design concept, and then we'll collaborate with the designer to create or resource the art and design the framing. But in this case, our designer went rogue on us and resourced some of the art on her own, which is perfectly all right. We're happy to do framing for you. So down here we have a series of bird nest and feathers. I think there's 6 in this series. These pieces are printed on rice paper, which is a nice kind of fibrous texture paper, and they are also printed on full sheets, so all 4 sides have a deckled edge. So we took advantage of that and we float framed these just in a simple black frame. And you know, sometimes just simple framing is the best, and these turned out really beautiful pieces. The designer also resourced these vintage postcards. Again, I think there's 6 in this series. We've done postcards before, and they're a lot of fun to do, especially if you have a location specific job that you're doing. So you know, you've probably seen those old postcards that say, you know, visit sunny Florida. Well, we can of course frame a postcard in the original size, but we've also taken those and scanned them and enlarged them and printed them on canvas or PVC, all sorts of different substrates. And so that makes a really nice and fun addition to your project. Now that brings us to these pieces. These are sublimation prints on metal, and we find that a lot of our clients are really not familiar with this technique. Now, you may remember back in the day that, you know, we had t-shirt transfers, so you'd have the transfer on kind of a release paper, and they'd put that on the t-shirt, put it in a heat press, and it would transfer. And the transfer was kind of plasticky feeling. It was on top of the fabric, and over time it'd kind of flake off and everything. So that is the same way that traditional printing works, either offset printing or digital printing. The ink is laid down on the surface. But sublimation is different. So it starts out very similar to those old t-shirt transfers. The image is printed with special ink on a release paper. This metal panel has a polyester coating on the surface. So the metal, the release paper, it's all put into a heat press. And when the ink reaches the proper temperature, it converts from a solid to a gas. And in that gas state, it bonds to the polyester. So in the case of sublimation, your ink, your image is not on top of the substrate, it's actually in the surface. Now this makes it very durable, but the other thing it does is it really intensifies the colors. So I'm going to move this a little bit, and hopefully you can see the metallic that is coming through on this. Now these are silver metal. There's also a white metal if you don't want that silver look. We find that if you're looking for maximum impact, this is your technique. These look really super if you can throw a spotlight on them, because that makes them really sparkle. So follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss anything, and get in contact with us. I'd be happy to discuss sublimation printing for your next project, and I'll see you next time in the Frame Shop.